This video is sponsored by Casio Malaysia.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Shirley and welcome back to my channel. Do you know the difference between original and fake Casio calculator? A genuine Casio calculator is obviously of high quality. The hard case slides on easily and the edge around the calculator is curved and smooth. Most importantly, the buttons are more sensitive when you press it and all the functions are working properly as expected. You don't want to risk getting the wrong answers for your exam, right? In this video, I'll be teaching you on how to solve questions using Casio Calculator for additional mathematics. As for the materials, I've inserted the link in the description below. You may download it and print it out for your own self-practice if you want to. For those who still haven't gotten this calculator yet, don't fret. You may still learn from this video. At the end of this video, if you wish to buy this calculator, I will show you how to buy it from Shopee Casio official store. Alright, let's get started.
In this video, you will learn how to draw the line of best fit and how to solve problems involving linear law by using SPM Trial Exam Question from Terengganu Trial 2021, Paper 2, Question 9. I will also teach you how to use the Casio Classwiz calculator to find your answer fast and accurate. Before we start doing the questions, we have to understand what is the line of best fit. Okay, a linear graph is obtained for the equation y equals to mx plus c. So this equation is for linear graph, which is a straight line. So c it represents y-intercept of the line and m represents the gradient of the line. So if the values of x and y are obtained from an experiment, the plotted point should lie roughly along the straight line, although they may not all lie perfectly on the line. Then the line of best fit should be drawn. Okay, A, all the plotted points should lie on or near the line. Let's say this is the line and the points are here. Okay, so all the plotted points should lie on or near the line. And the line should pass through as many points as possible. The number of points above and below, so here above and below, should be about the same, so that it's balanced. And all the points that are not on the line should be about the same distance away from the line. Okay, let's look at this question from Terengganu Trial 2021, Paper 2, Question 9. Table 9 shows the values of two variables, x and y, obtained from an experiment. The variables x and y are related by the equation px equals to qy plus xy, where p and q are constants. Okay, so for this one, we have to change this to linear form. Okay, we're going to change to linear form. So how to change? You have to change it. Okay, so you have px, I'm going to write down the working over here. Px equals to qy plus xy. So we're going to make in the form of y equals to mx plus c. Okay, then we will get a straight line graph, which is a linear graph. So we have to make sure that on the y, you see here, okay, there's a clue here whereby they ask you to construct a table for the values of 1 over x and 1 over y, which means that your big X is 1 over x, which is on the x-axis, and then your big Y is 1 over y, which is on the y-axis, which means that my left side, okay, from here, my left side must be 1 over y. Okay, so I'm going to do some shifting, whereby I'm going to make my y, okay, to be, okay, let's say all divided by y. Okay, all divided by y, and then we'll see what we'll get. Okay, so px over y, and then this will be q, and then plus x. Okay, so here will be 1 over y, and then all divided by px. Okay, so q over px, and then this will be x over px. Okay, and then we try to see whether we can simplify this or not. Okay, so for this one it will be q over p, and then this is 1 over x. Okay, so we see here we have the big X is 1 over x. Okay, and then for this we can cancel out this x and x, so here's 1, so plus 1 over p. Okay, which means that our 1 over p is our y-intercept, which is c. So this one will be big Y equals to, so our gradient m is q over p. Okay, and then our big X is 1 over X, and then plus 1 over P, which is our y-intercept C. Okay, so now we construct a table. So we fill in the values. So we get what is the value of 1 over X and 1 over Y for all the data given here. Now I will teach you how to use the Casio Classwiz calculator to get the answers for 1 over X and 1 over Y. So you go to menu, and then you go to the right, 8 times, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, whereby you see spreadsheet. Press number 8. Okay, so you see a table here. So we have A, B, C, D. So these are the columns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on will be the rows. So for A will represent the X data that will be given in the question, and then for B will be the Y data given. Okay, so let's key in all the data given. So the first one is X is 1.5. So 1.5, then you press equals. Okay, so you go into the table. Then the next one is 1.82. Then equals, okay, then 2.5, then equals, and then 3 equals, then 3.5, then equals, and then 6.67, then equals. Okay, so we have all the data already keyed in, yeah, for X, and then now we go and key in all the Y values given. So go to column B. Okay, so we have 1.07 equals, okay, 0.92 equals, and then 0.72 equals, and then 0.69 equals, and 0.65, okay, equals, and lastly 0.56 equals. Okay, so we have all the data keyed in here. So now we go to column C. Okay, column C, the third one on the right side, you can see. Okay, so for the first row and column C, so this C is 1 over X. Okay, 1 over X. So to find the value at C1, we are going to use 1 over A1. Okay, means 1 over 1.5, right? So 1 over A1. So you go to option, go press 1, fill formula, and then you press 1 divided by A1. Okay, so alpha A and then 1. Okay, equals again. So you get 0.6666. So we round up to 2 decimal places, and then we write in the table given, okay, which is here 0.67. Okay, so we got the first data already. So we do the same for the next one. Okay, this one C2, okay, which is also 1 over X, but this is 1 over A2. Okay, 1 over A2. So go to option, press 1, and then you press 1 divided by A2. Okay, so A and then 2. So press 2 times of equal, 1 time, 2 times. So you get 0.5494. So it'll be 0. If you round up, it'll be 0.55. Okay, 2 decimal places. So 0.55. Yeah. Okay, let's do the third one. So this one is 1 over A3, right? Okay, go to option, and then fill formula, and then 1 divided by A3. So press 2 times equals 1 time, 2 times. So you will get 0.4. Okay, so I'm going to put here 0.40 because all must be 2 decimal places. Okay, now we do the next one. Okay, so this one will be 1 over A4. Okay, go to option, 1. Okay, then you press 1 divided by A4. Okay, so press equals. So you will get 0.3333, so become 0.33. Okay, and then you go to the next one. So for this one is 1 over A5. Okay, go to option, 1. Okay, 1 divided by A5. Okay, so press equals. So you get 0.2857. So you round up, become 0.29. Okay, 0.29. Okay, next one. So you're going to find C6, okay, which is 1 over A6. Okay, go to option, 1 divided by A6. So equals. Okay, so you get 0.1499. So we round up to 2 decimal places, become 0.15. So 0.15, okay? Okay, now we're going to solve for 1 over y, which is column D. So we go back up. Okay, see D1, eh? So D1, okay, how to get D1 is I'm going to use 1 divided by B1, okay? Then the next one will be 1 divided by B2, okay, 1 divided by B3, and so on. Okay, so we use back the same way. So we press option. So fill formula. Okay, so 1 divided by alpha, so B1, okay, equals. So we got 0.9345, which is 0.93, okay? So 0.93, yeah? And then to find 2, okay, the second one, eh? So D2, I'm going to use 1 over B2, okay? So go down, 1, okay, so 1, okay, go option first, and then 1, and then 1 over B2, okay, B2, and equals again. So you get 1.0869. We round up to 2 decimal places, become 1.09. 1.09. Okay, then we solve the next one. Okay, this is 1 over B3. Okay, go to option 1. So 1 over B3. Okay, so press equals. Okay, so you got 1.3888. So we round up, become 1.39. So 1.39. Okay, and then the next one, this is 1 over B4. Okay, 1 over B4. So go to option and then 1. Okay, 1 over B4. Okay, so where is B? B is here. Okay, B4. Okay, so equals 2 times. So get 1.4492, which is 1.45. 1.45, okay? Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this one will be 1 over B5. Okay, go to option 1. So 1 over B5. Okay, so equals. So you get 1.5384. Okay, this is 1.54. Okay, so 1.54. Okay, and lastly, this is 1 over B6. Okay, go to option 1. So 1 over B6. Okay, 1 over B6. So equals. You got 1.7857. Okay, 1.7857 will be 1.79. Okay, 1.79. Okay, I said these are the values that you will get, okay, when you use the calculator. So at first you find it a bit difficult because you have to key in so many values and so many steps, but the more you practice, okay, the easier it will be and it will be faster. Okay, then the next question, they will ask you to draw the graph. Okay, plot the graph and draw the straight line. Okay, for question B, they ask you to plot 1 over y against 1 over x. Means that this is your big Y, which is on the y-axis, and this is x, which is your x-axis, using a scale of 2 cm to 0.1 unit on the 1 over x-axis and 2 cm to 0.2 unit on the 1 over y-axis. Hence, draw the line of best fit. Okay, so to draw the lines of best fit, you have to make sure that you satisfy the requirement whereby you try to join as many points as possible, and it must be balanced. If for those points which do not lie on the line, you have to make sure that it's balanced, like 2 on top and 2 at the bottom, or 1 on top and 1 at the bottom. Okay, so this is 3 marks. Okay, let's draw the graph now. To draw the graph, first step is we draw the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so let's draw this. So this is the 1 over y-axis, and this will be the 1 over x-axis. Okay, so we draw the scales now. So this is the origin. Okay, so for the 1 over x-axis, they ask you to draw using a scale 2 cm to 0.1 unit. So imagine, is it every 5 small boxes represent 1 cm. Okay, so 1 cm, 2 cm. So here, Okay, so this is 0.1. Okay, 0.1. So I write here 0.1. So here it's 0.2. Make sure you draw indicators. Okay, if you don't draw indicators, you get minus marks. 0.3, and then here would be 0.4. Then here is 0.5. Okay, 0.6, and then 0.7. Okay, up to here enough. Okay, because the data is up to there, not more than 0.7. Okay, so here will be you label as 1 over x. You can see 1 over x. Okay, and then here will be 1 over y. Yeah, 1 over y. Okay, so for the 1 over y-axis, the scale is 2 cm to 0.2 units, which means that every indicator is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, and so on. Okay, so this is 0.2, this is 0.4, okay, 0.6, then 0.8, then 1.0, this is 1.0, okay, then this is 1.2, and then this is 1.4, this is 1.6, 1.8, and 2.0 up to here. Okay, because the value is until 1.79, so it doesn't exceed 2.0, so up to there is enough. Okay, so now I'm going to plot the points according to the table that we've gotten just now, okay, using the Casio Classwiz calculator. So the first point, or you can also refer back to the table that we have drawn just now, okay, the one with the 1 over x and 1 over y and the values that we have gotten, okay, that we rounded up to 2 decimal places each. Okay, so now we start to plot. Okay, we plot the points. Yeah. Okay, so for the first coordinate is 0.67, 0.93, 0.67, then 0.9, and then 3, so it's somewhere in the middle here. Okay, so it's here, and then after that the next one is 0.55, 1.09, 0.55, and then 1.09, so it's somewhere around here. Okay, and then the next one will be 0.4, 1.39. Okay, 0.4, and then 1.3, and then 9. It's almost at 1.4, but it doesn't touch 1.4. Okay, then the next one is 0.33, 1.45. Okay, 0.33, then 1.45. 45 is somewhere in the middle here. Okay, so here. And then the next one is 0.29, 1.54. 0.29, and then 1.54. 1.54 is somewhere around here. Okay, and then the next one is 0.15, 0.15, and then 1.79. So 1.7 is here. 1.79 is almost at 1.8, but it doesn't touch 1.8. Okay, here. Okay, so we try to adjust, try to draw a line, and then try to join the lines, the plot, the points as many as possible. Okay, and see where it cuts at the y-axis to get the y-intercept. Okay, so let's join them together. Yeah. Okay, so here, this is the line. Okay, so it cuts at the y-axis, okay, which is at 2.0, which means that your intercept is 2.0. Okay, and then we also need to find the gradient of the graph, so we're going to draw a triangle on the graph. Okay, so I'm going to draw a triangle, say from here to here, and then here. Okay, so I got the triangle here. So here to here is 0.5, and then here to here is 0.8. Okay, 2.0 minus 1.2, you get 0.8. So to find the gradient, okay, I put here SM, so it's going to be negative because the graph is going downwards from left to right, so negative 0.8 over 0.5. okay, and then we calculate how much is this in negative. Okay, so you go back to your calculator. So we have to reset this, okay, because now the menu is different. Okay, this is under spreadsheet. So you go to shift, okay, then press reset, which is number 9. Initialize all, press 3, and then press equals, which is yes. Okay, then go to AC. Okay, so it goes back to normal calculation. Then you can calculate 0.8 divided by 0.5. Okay, so you got 8 over 5, which is 1.6. Okay, negative 1.6 will be the gradient. Okay, and then after that, you refer back to the graph, to the question. Okay, just now. Yeah, so just now we got a question, which is, we got the equation, which is 1 over y, okay, equals to q over p, and then 1 over x, and then plus 1 over p, correct? Okay, so this one would be our big Y. Okay, this is M, this is X, and this is our C, right? Our y-intercept. So from here, okay, we can find the values of P and Q, okay, by using this one, the one that we found from the graph. Okay, so we can find what is the P first, because the C is only 1 over P, okay? So I'm going to write my working over here. I hope you can see it. So C equals to 1 over P, okay? So C here is 2.0 that we have gotten, which is 2. Okay, 2 is 1 over P. So P is 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Okay, so our P value is 0.5. Okay? Okay, now we are going to find Q. So we are going to use the gradient because there's a Q at the gradient, Q over P. So Q over P is equals to, so the gradient that we gotten just now was negative 1.6. So negative 1.6, and we already gotten our P, which is 0.5. So just sub inside 0.5, okay, equals to negative 1.5. So now we're going to use the calculator. What is 1.5 times 0.5? Okay, 1.5 then times 0.5. Okay, so we get 0.75, and then because it's a negative, so the answer for Q is negative 0.75. Okay, so this working, remember to write nicely in the question paper, okay, not on the graph paper, yeah, okay. So now I'm going to teach you how to write down your full answer in the question paper. So for B is plotting graph. So what you're going to write, okay, you're going to write B, please, okay, refer to the graph paper. Okay, please refer to the graph paper. So examiner will refer to the graph paper for the answer. Okay, then for C, okay, using the graph, find the value of P and Q, right? Okay, so for C, okay, for number 1, so you have to show to the examiner how do you convert, okay, the original equation to become a linear equation. Okay, so write down the original equation that is in the question. So the original equation is Px equals to Qy plus xy, okay? So all divided by y, because I want my left side to be 1 over y. So Q plus x. And then after that, all divided by Px, so here will be 1 over y. So Q over Px, and then plus x over Px, okay? So you get 1 over y equals to Q over P, then 1 over x, and then plus 1 over P. Okay, so this will be our big Y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so just now we got our intercept, the y-intercept, okay, c is equals to, okay, for this is 1 over P. So we got from the graph, okay, is 2.0. So 2.0 equals to 1 over P. Okay, so P is 1 over 2, which is 0.5. Okay, so that's the answer for P. And then in order to find what is the Q, we refer to the gradient. So Q over P, which is M. Okay, so M is Q over P. Yeah, so equals to, so Q over P, for the M, just now we got a negative 0.8 over 0.5. Okay, is Q over, so P is 0.5. Just sub it in. Okay, so here will be negative 1.6 equals to Q over 0.5. So to find Q, I use 0.5 times negative 1.6. So I will get negative 0.8. Okay, and that's the answer. You can actually double check whether your gradient and y-intercept is correct or not by using the Casio Classwiz calculator. Okay, let me show you. You go to menu and then you find statistic, which is number 6. Okay, go move to the right. Okay, see 6, press 6, statistics. So because this is linear, so you press number 2, okay, So you got your x and y, so you're going to fill up all your x and y values, which are the 1 over x and 1 over y values. Yeah. Okay, so from the 1 over x and 1 over y values, so key in, the first one is 0.67, so 0.67, okay, then equals, and then 0.55, so 0.55, then equals, and then 0.4, then equals, and then 0.33, then equals, and then 0.29, equals, and then 0.15. Okay, now we fill up the y column, which are the y 1 over y values. Yeah. Okay, the first one is 0.93 equals, and then next one is 1.09, 1.09. Okay, then equals, then 1.39. Then equals, and then 1.45. Equals, and then 1.54. Equals, and then lastly 1.79. Okay, so once we got all this data, so in order to find the y-intercept and the gradient of the graph, we press option 4. So OPTN, okay, go to 4, regression calculation. So 4, okay, so we have A, which is our y-intercept, which is 2.0258 and so on. So just now from the graph, we got our y-intercept equals to 2, okay, which means that our answer is correct. And then the bx, the b stands for gradient, and the gradient that we got just now was negative 1.6. Here it is negative 1.659, so it's very close, okay, and the answer, our answer is accepted. So it means that our answer is correct.
Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching until the end, and I hope that you will benefit from this video, especially on how to use the Casio calculator to get your answers fast and accurate. If you have decided to buy this calculator, I will walk you through on how to buy it from Shopee.
First, you click on the Shopee link in the description below using your computer or mobile app. If you're using a computer, you will see this page. The price shown is based on the latest price, and it depends on when you click on the link. Sometimes the price can be lower and sometimes can be higher. You also get an exclusive free gift from Casio, which may also change from time to time. You also get free shipping, whereby the item will be sent directly to your house. Just make sure that you buy from Casio.os, which is Casio official store, to avoid any counterfeits.
Oh yeah! Don't forget to use the discount vouchers from Shopee, yeah? Till we meet again in the next video. Bye!